But you want to stop, or you just want to put,
Are you ready to get showcased?
all right, let me.
And welcome to the Showcase Live. We are live here on Thursday, and there's no live in the studio here because I'm missing two people in the studio. There's no Chris Blackheart and no Don Vega. But we do got Chris Blackheart on the line here, who's coughing up a storm, and I just got over the flu myself. So we're all down and out here at Showcase Pro Wrestling, but gearing up for this Saturday though. So guys, showcaseprowrestling.com, please check that out. And we got a big show coming up, Saturday night's main event in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and we'll be there, guys, coughing, blowing our noses, but we'll still be there. So what's going on, Chris?
Well, I think my cohort, Mr. Vegas, had the same issue that I had. Not the flu, but a slight delay due to technical issues using the software. So I gave him the same code that you just gave me. But yeah, this show was 50-50 today, just due to the fact that, I mean, if you looked at, I was lucky enough to get it last week, and I gave it to everybody in my family as a nice, belated Christmas gift. And some reason I got it back twice as bad, when I thought I was done. So I do appreciate Danny being in the studio holding down. But yeah, this will be a short one. The fact that I didn't have my voice about 50% of the day. Obviously, we're gearing up for Woonsocket. Now, the big thing about Woonsocket, figured this is going to be going on our fourth time in a row looking for a sellout. We did a revamp the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center. We took down one of the rings. We brought in more chairs. So those who almost got shut out or were packed in like a little sardine last time should have more room there. I mean, obviously, we love the support. Is nothing like performing in front of a live audience, never mind a packed, rabid fans there. So that part, we did listen. And, we modified, the last 30 days for it. So, with that being said, Danny, you will be there. Your flu is over. Hopefully mine is ending. My voice will be coming back. We did have the Royal Rumble coming down this weekend. Why don't you bring up the results? I have a good feeling about this one.
Yeah, me too, man. So I think we did pretty good. I think Don Vega's streak is over, to tell you the truth. But let's go over the results, man. And the first match here, the men's Royal Rumble. Actually, let me get to the results first, right? So the women's Royal Rumble there, like me and you both predicted, there'll be the return of Charlotte Flair, and she returned, I think, number 20 or something. I forgot what she picked, and she had one. So she's in line now for a title shot. Now, who's she going to pick? I don't know. But she's in line for a title shot now. As you know, the winner of the Rumble gets a title shot in the main event. Well, in this case here, the women's main event in WrestleMania.
Well, there's a couple of things that obviously I want to see Charlotte come back. She's come back from an knee injury. And then I was hoping to see Jordan Grace. Looks like she debuted also. So good showing. And I think the only two surprises, or one was I think the leak surprise on purpose. You had Trish Stratus coming back, and then you also had which Bella came in? Was that Nikki or?
Nikki, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, a little surprises there. Um, one thing, I know when I started watching it, I'm looking at the time, and it was like 2 minutes. So I'm like, okay, 2 times 30, that's an hour. I'm like, wow, that's going to be a lot. And then after one or two people go down, from the back to the ring, it was just the perfect amount of time, because if guys ran to the ring, they would get there like within 30 or 45 seconds. If you walked, which I don't know why you wouldn't, because you need all your energy when you're out there, about a 2-minute walk. So I think that was something new this year. I think they timed it really well, just based on the arena. But it was definitely one of the longest rumbles just because of that. But, kudos for WWE for adapting to the stadium and, modifying of what, traditionally was a smaller time frame.
Yeah, we've seen the TNA Women's World Champion. That was a surprise.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, she asked for her release because I think she had a couple of months left. And TNA granted it, and, in true form, WWE picked her up. So, I mean, if that's what can happen with these relationships, and I think it was announced last week that WWE and TNA is having a working relationship. They did a big press release of it, but really no details. So, I mean, look for a lot of crossovers coming over. I think for anything, it's great for the talent.
Yeah.
Where in the past, if you got released from WWE, it always gave you somewhere to go. But some days you just need a place to go. So maybe what WWE did with ECW, they were funding talent that, Paulie was using. No one at that time knew it, but I think now they're just being a little more transparent.
Yeah.
So,
which is smart. I mean, both ends of the company.
Well, it's good for them too, because it looks like, if you look at AEW, it looks like they were doing stuff with TNA a while ago, and it was successful. So the problem with that, you didn't put it in writing and you didn't solidify it. And WWE capitalized on it. And now Tony has to go and find, another, I don't want to say feeder system, but a partner where they can actually, switch talent, make talent, ship talent too. So, maybe this is an opening for, possibly MLW. We know he tries to have a couple of relationships with overseas, with some of the Japanese promotions. So I think it's a win-win for all the talent that's actually involved.
Yeah. And the tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Championships, DIY defeated the Motor City Machine Guns in 2 out of 3 falls match. And both of us, actually all three of us, no, I'm sorry, who won this one? There was Don Vega won. He picked DIY, and both of us picked the Machine Gun. So
yeah, I was kind of surprised. I was kind of surprised on that. I mean, great for the Motor City Machine Guns. TNA mainstay for I don't want to say decades, but that's almost what it was.
Yeah.
So great for them. Literally shining up tag team wrestling and making it mean something again.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Then of course the WWE Championship, that was a crazy match, man. A lot of match. Defending champion Cody Rhodes against Kevin Owens. So that was a brutal match, man. And Cody shining that one won, and Don picked Kevin. We picked Cody, so we got that. So, but what do you think about that match, man? That especially the finish. That was crazy, man. Crazy bumps that Kevin took.
So many ladders, too many ladders.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a big fan of those, but in WWE, obviously they have the room, they have the ladders. I don't know how many ladders there were. And I was very surprised. With Owens the next night, it looked like, he got destroyed. But then if you look the next night, next 2 nights when he was on Raw, he went back out. So that I was kind of surprised. But, if you looked at the beginning of that, I believe Cody, they said it was his 8th title defense going on approximately, I don't know, like 350 days.
Yep, coming on a year, come WrestleMania.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing I thought about that was it's really not a lot of title defenses. Let's be
No.
honest with you.
Back
You
in the
know,
day,
but
man, he would already had what, at least 40, 50 title defenses.
but on the positive there, I looked at this is how the business is changing.
Yeah.
You know, guys don't have to kill themselves on the road or their bodies. You know, so maybe they'll have longer careers and actually feel better after their career.
And it's good too, because the split roster, you got the two world champions. They get to split the main event type thing. You know what I mean? So you're not putting all the stress every night on Cody or Gunther. You know, so I think that's a good thing they're doing.
Well, I think they've been doing that over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
That they've been making multiple stars again. So instead of everybody going just to see Cody, they maybe say Cody or Owens or Rollins. 3 or 4 guys that they can put in a main event.
Yeah.
And the fans can still be happy.
Yeah, it was a good main event, man. And then we had what's next here? Jey Uso and winning the men's Royal Rumble, and I think who picked that? None of us won that. We all picked John Cena, and it looked like John Cena was going to go over, man, and to the end. That was a surprise finish, but the good thing is we wanted John to win to go out that way, but the birth of a new star. You know what I mean? The main event, Jey Uso is now literally in the main event again at WrestleMania. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. Speaking of main event people, we got.
Let's say new stars.
Vega.
Let's try to make a new star tonight.
Yeah.
No star.
Yeah.
Speaking of new stars, here it is.
Main event, yes. The Punisher, Don Vega.
Chris Blackheart looking like shit. What's the matter? You got COVID?
I don't understand. I got it last week.
You got it last week.
I got it last week. I gave it to everybody in the household graciously. And then it's like they gave it back to me twice as bad.
What, COVID?
No, I don't know what it is, man, but I thought it was just like the flu, but...
Stay the fuck away from me then, Danny. We're going to have to keep him away this Saturday.
Yep.
Yep, he can stay home. Don't need ya.
We'll keep him locked in the bathroom over there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I may have to lock myself in the bathroom.
Well, catch me up to things here. There was a problem with the link, so I tried getting on earlier. It wasn't letting me on, so.
We went over the Royal Rumble results.
Yeah, we were congratulating you on losing.
On losing?
Yes.
I came in short this week?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
All right.
And me and Chris tied for first with 2 points. You got 1.
Well, I wasn't live when this decision was made, so I will not
if I'm not mistaken, you didn't choose any females for the Rumble. Is that correct?
Liv Morgan.
I chose Liv Morgan to win the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Yeah, I chose Liv Morgan. I chose John Cena to win the men's Royal Rumble. So yeah, I was a little bit off.
Yeah, I think that was the difference. And Dan was just going on talking about the winner of the men's Rumble.
Well,
with Mr. Uso winning.
Well, depending on what the issue is there, what's going to happen there, I thought it was one of the dumbest, my personal opinion, one of the dumbest finishes to a Royal Rumble ever. I mean, I think it's a weak WrestleMania main event to have Gunther against Uso or even Cody because he lost to both of them already.
Yeah.
Unclean finishes, definitive finishes. So, in my opinion, I don't think he's going to make it to WrestleMania to be the main event. I think something's going to happen along the way, whether Cena goes over in the Elimination Chamber and wins the title, or CM Punk, or something happening there. I don't think Uso's going to be main eventing WrestleMania.
If he does, I think it's going to be a 3-way. Cena, Jey Uso, and Gunther. And I think it would come to the point where looks like Jey Uso's going to go over and Cena ends up winning or whatever.
Yeah, that might be it too. That might be something that's a possibility. I just don't think that after him having that match in Saturday Night's main event where he lost definitively to Gunther, I don't know.
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
He's over with the fans. He's up there. I just don't see him WrestleMania main event fucking matchup after losing to the champion.
Kathy said that Chris was on the coffee table eating.
Oh.
Chris was on the coffee table.
Eating.
No, but even look at WrestleMania last year when the Usos had the match brother against brother. That was early one of the worst WrestleMania matches ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the shits. I mean, for
Yeah.
two brothers that been wrestling together for over a decade and growing up together for entire lifetime. I mean, I would assume that they would have had more scuffles, brotherly scuffles, like fighting each other, play or mad at each other, better than what we saw at WrestleMania.
And the year before, they main evented the first night, right? And they lost the titles against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yes.
That was an epic match, that one.
Yeah, that match was good. That tag team match was good. But then again, look at the other two guys that they were working with.
Yeah.
Well, and then I know you went to a couple of live events, and you were telling me how over he was with the fans.
Yeah, I mean, the guy is over. He doesn't need to do much. He's over huge. People love the Yeet. And I just think that winning the title's not going to do much more than what he's already been doing. And to be placed in that position of the main event at WrestleMania, I just don't think is the right opponents currently now as champions for him to be in that spot because, like I said, he lost to both of them already.
Yeah. Plus, if you look at last year, I mean, the main events, 2 main events, 2 nights, everybody was excited about both.
Yeah.
Right now, we still have. Well, you got to figure this out. We have more time now to put something together than we did last year.
I just think that something's gonna happen, and I just think he's gonna be other than that triple threat that Danny mentioned could be a possibility. I just think that in general, he's gonna get bumped off that spot.
So, what do you guys think it's gonna face Cody in WrestleMania?
That's a good one. That's a good question. I mean, right now it's they haven't given us anything really to give anything away. The only thing up in the air, like I said, is Elimination Chamber, where we could possibly see a new champion if they are going to go that route with Uso.
So, it's going to be pretty interesting, that's for sure.
That remains to be seen. I think that pay-per-view is going to make the whole WrestleMania card after that one's over with. Yeah,
no. So far in the Elimination Chamber, John Cena's already in, and then CM Punk's already qualified. So
CM Punk's already in there. Seth Rollins is already in there. So it's limited. I believe there's, if you want to look it up, Daniel, I think there's a graphic already with the participants.
Yep. Right now, it's just showing CM Punk and John Cena.
Yeah, I saw something else, but I think Rollins is on there.
Oh, okay.
Rollins is definitely going to be on there. I forgot who the other individuals were, but Rollins was definitely one of the guys that was on that other poster that I've seen. So again, I think that Elimination Chamber is going to determine really what happens next in the story leading to WrestleMania, because right now it's kind of like in the limbo.
Yeah, it's gonna be
the same way.
The women's matchup is the same thing. It's going to be in a Elimination Chamber, and the only one in the advertisement as of right now is that Liv Morgan that's on there.
Yep, Liv Morgan right now. Yep.
So that's another one that we'll find out who Charlotte's going to challenge. I don't want to see Charlotte and Rhea again. I mean, we've already seen that. I mean, it'd be interesting to see like Tiffany against Charlotte, because they both are similar styles, especially when Charlotte started in the beginning, having all the the flexibility and gymnast moves and all that stuff that she used to incorporate in her wrestling style. This girl currently works that style, so I think it'll be more of an interesting matchup there. Old against new, per se.
Yeah, and speaking of, we got a lot of shows coming up here on Showcase Pro Wrestling, guys. And if you go to showcaseprowrestling.com, right on the page, you click the training if you want to learn about training, fundraisers, birthday parties. And, speaking as us growing up as wrestling fans, me, Chris, and Don, we would have loved if we had that opportunity, if our parents had the opportunity to actually rent a real wrestling ring in a, arena to have a birthday party at. I mean, you'd be the talk of the school. You know what I mean? Imagine that.
Yeah, that would have been a cool deal.
Yeah.
So, it's an actual reality now if you're interested in having a birthday party, even for adults. I mean, we've done it in the past. I believe that it's been adults celebrating their birthday and having a bucket list deal there, Chris Blackheart.
Yeah, boy, we've helped a lot of sad events, birthdays, graduations, bachelor parties. It's people looking for different, and that's what it is. It fills in a great void. So if you ever thought about doing it, if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend who's a wrestling fan, just hit us up, go to the website, visit us on SP Wrestling on any social media, drop a question, or just stop in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights from 6:30 to 9:30.
Yeah.
We're always there. Well, we'll sit down there, go over any questions that you have. But that being said, Danny, you have the link up there right now?
Yep.
Because speaking of people growing older, this year Showcase Pro Wrestling just turned 18.
Yeah, 18 years coming up. March anniversary 18. That's happening March 14 from the Taunton BFW Hall, 82 Ingle Street in Taunton, Massachusetts. Lots of things happening on the road to March anniversary, and it continues on. Tickets are live right now. You can get your tickets at showcaseprowrestling.com for all the events that are coming up, including March anniversary. But that road continues this Saturday night at the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center and Arena, 126 Main Street in Woonsocket for Showcase Saturday night. And the last 3 editions prior to this one coming up on Saturday have been sold-out shows. So you might want to get your tickets if they're available still on the website for this Saturday night, 7:07 p.m. bell time at the Showcase Training Center and Arena, because a lot of surprises are going to happen this Saturday night.
Yeah, it's a great
like
place,
anything
man.
else, you never know what happens, and you got to be there.
So you have to definitely be there as the road to March anniversary 18 continues this Saturday night in Woonsocket, which takes us to the last event before the big one, March anniversary. It takes us to a special day that Blackheart is favorite of, Valentine's Day Massacre, that is, Friday night, February 14, at the Taunton BFW Hall, 7:47 p.m. bell time Friday night. And that's going to take us in the final event before March anniversary.
I thought it could be nice there? We could put little paper bags at people's seats so people can put little Valentine's Day like you did in elementary school.
Oh, God.
That's not a good idea?
Yeah.
Well, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm a baby face, so I can't really say these things now. But yeah, I guess so. I guess people go on blind dates and have little paper bags and all that. So yeah, I'll keep my opinions to myself when it comes to March 1st. We will return back for the second year to BBT, special fundraiser for the high school there in Upton, Massachusetts. And all the information on that, it's also on the website, showcaseprowrestling.com, tickets and all that good stuff for that event. There, any other news on that event, Chris Blackheart?
No, that's a live link. That is going a fundraiser for each class that's graduating. This is the next class that they're raising money for.
Mm-hmm.
So they can get tickets available in school. And, last year it was a good event. This year is going to be a better event.
So
And again, we're up in that area. We're looking to expand. So get your tickets. You have two options. You can either get ringside or you can get bleachers.
yeah.
So
So
just literally ask your ass which one they want to sit in for 2 hours, and then make your purchase. Go
yeah,
that way.
and get down there, and it's a great facility. Like you said, last year was a great event. Hopefully this year we'll see more people come down and support. And it was a great time, and it should be a great time this year as well. Daniel, if we move forward, March 14, March anniversary 18, and we go over to our friends at Royal Crown Wrestling on March 21st. We'll be debuting in Marblehead, Massachusetts for a great event, Emerge, as Parker Bordeaux. I think I butcher his last name, but, I am Puerto Rican. Will be in action against Colton Charles in a big heavyweight main event there. That's Friday night, March 21st. At the BFA in Marblehead, Massachusetts. Tickets on sale at RoyalCrownWrestling.com. Royal Crown Wrestling on all forms of social media. Danny, is the full card up there? If you want to click on that.
View event.
I know it was might be in the Instagram. If you click on the Instagram.
Oh yeah, I can go to the Instagram here.
Right on the top corner of the page, right there, the icon, Instagram icon, next to hire us.
Yep.
There you go. Well, this is live.
Right there. Yep.
You get to see all this good stuff in between. Yeah, scroll down and find the complete card there. There you go. So, like I said, Parker Bordeaux will take on Big Colton Charles. The Phoenix JKM taking on Laura A Dream. Ivy Malibu will take on Leah Knight. And yours truly, Puerto Rican Punisher Don Vega, takes on another fellow Puerto Rican wrestler making his debut from the Spiritu Wrestling Dojo in Puerto Rico. Frank Rolla will make his debut, and we'll go head to find out who is the baddest Boricua of them all, like I used to say. Los Tóxicos will be in action, taking on the team of Guapo Suave, also another superstar from Puerto Rico. Hijo del Enigma will take on the debuting Salvatore Menestra III. And all that and more Friday night, March 21st in Marblehead, Massachusetts for Royal Crown Wrestling. If we move forward to the following week, we'll be over once again at the Sturbridge Hotel in Sturbridge, Massachusetts for Powerhouse Wrestling. Let Danny get down there. Let Danny get down there in the links, and we'll get to that event there the night before. But first, let's get to the show. March 29th, Powerhouse Wrestling returns to Sturbridge, Massachusetts at the Sturbridge Hotel. And here we go. See if Danny pulls it off here. There we go. You'll see all the stars of Powerhouse Wrestling, including the debut of BRG MLW stars, will take on the returning, and I will say returning to professional wrestling and the New England area, the one and only 5-time world champion Austin Aries returns to action in Powerhouse Wrestling, as well as the Little Guido Nunzio will take on a special challenge from one of Blackheart's little favorite boys there. I think he's stepping into a bigger shoe than he can fill that night. He will take on AZ in a special challenge match. Hopefully he gets his hair shaved. We will
AZ does have a size 14, so that's really a big shoe.
Well, we'll find out if he's got the biggest shoe to face the Sicilian shooter there. Says he's got a number for AZ come March 29. Also, the Powerhouse Wrestling Women's Championship will be on the line in an open challenge. Evie De La Rosa will defend the title that night, as well as yours truly. I will be defending the Powerhouse Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. And there's major news because, unfortunately, that night Rhino will not be joining us due to some prior endeavors during that same week that will not allow him to make it on time back to the States. So we will be announcing a suitable replacement for Rhino coming up next week on the pod. And from what I hear, this guy is quite crazy. And I've never faced him before, but I've seen a lot of him. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll be announcing that next week here on the podcast. But don't miss Powerhouse Wrestling, Sturbridge, Massachusetts, March 29th. Tickets are on sale now. Powerhouse Wrestling NE on all social media. Anything else you got going, Chris Blackheart, besides the illness?
No, that is good. I'm just surprised I didn't doze off and Danny caught me.
No, well, you know, Daniel seems lost there. I see him on the screen. He's looking up. that Danny, speaking of being lost for a little while, I sent you a photo of me and of myself and or I should say Jay Hollywood and myself. We were down at Clearwater Beach in one of your favorite places, Daniel. One of your favorite people there, Hulk Hogan's hangout last Monday in beautiful Clearwater Beach, Florida, for karaoke night. And Hollywood and I were there. You see it. They're holding Blackheart's favorite, the Real American Beer, Chris Blackheart.
That's a good flavor. Very good.
And good time there. You know, from 80 degrees to snow blizzard. So that that's always good. But yeah, we had a good time down there, and there was no booing going on, Danny. So everything's all right. The Hulkster's okay. Yeah, he's still running wild. So you know, the funny thing is, in everything there's a competition going on. So you know, they got Hogan's Hangout in the same plaza where he. Have you been up there, Danny?
Not yet. I'm supposed to go.
Okay, so they got the plaza, which has the original Hogan's Beach shop. That's on the first floor. Where the restaurant is now, where Hogan's Hangout is now, used to be Luke Williams, Bushwhacker Luke Williams Fitness Center gym. And that got turned over into Hogan's Hangout. And next to that, they decided to open another sports bar that, you know, these are words from Nick Hogan, not myself. Usually feels like there's nobody there any day of the week. I mean, he made it a point to kind of like bash him every shot he got. So he was like, oh, I wonder what's going on next door. Oh, the typical nothing. So the place was empty. I looked over. The bar was empty. So, you know.
And what's the name of the place?
The name of the place is Row House, ironically enough. But yeah, it didn't look like a row house. It looked like an empty house. But yeah, it was quite funny to see, you know, somebody would compete in the same street in the same building against Hogan.
You got to know your market.
So, you know, that not a very smart business decision. No. To have a bar and compete against Hulk Hogan. So, yeah, I thought that was quite funny there. Anything else going on in the world of pro wrestling?
What about the tag team match Saturday? The tag team champions defending against 17 and 3/4 Jump Street.
So, you know, just to answer the questions, because people were, people were not sure. People had some type of issues understanding why these kids are getting a tag team title match when they lost number one contendership match at the last event. So the reason being from what I heard from Chris Blackheart and the committee, is because of the interference that we had before in these matches. The kids are getting a shot at the titles, but the inconsistent bums are still number one contenders. Hopefully, no one gets involved in this matchup here.
Well, yeah, we did go to committee for that. I voted against it, but I was outvoted by 2-1.
You voted against the kids getting a fair shot.
I did.
Wow, that's that. You hear this, Danny?
Yep.
Yeah. It sounds just like Chris Blackheart to do so.
You're not getting no direct shirt this week.
Yep. He's not getting no 21 Jump Street shirt for him.
Well, I need something to blow my nose on, so if you can grab one, that'd be awesome.
So, it's interesting because we're seeing like all these new factions, new tag teams being formed and showcased. We've seen obviously Los Toxicos come in and then, out of nowhere become the SPW Tag Team Champions. And we're on the road to Marchiversary. So it's interesting to see what will happen again this Saturday night. It's going to kind of like what we said with Elimination Chamber and Mania. Whatever happens this Saturday could make or break what's coming up for Marchiversary.
Then the main event was this open challenge. Jay Evans defending the YouTube World Championship.
So we'll find out who's going to take on the challenge of Jay Evans. We'll find out if his little newfound dolly Annabelle would be in the house. And his sidekick, the evil Dr. Williams, Blackheart's favorite son, will be in the house.
Well, I can't give you an injury report on the Stallion because he's stuck in the stable right now.
Oh, God. So is his neck the issue? Is his jaw the issue? I mean,
I think he has a bruise. I think it's a bruised mane.
A bruised mane?
Yeah.
Is he up in Maine?
No. Like a horse has a giant mane. I think when they got clothesline from Roger Williams.
Oh, God.
Yeah, clothesline from hell.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully all the get well cards and wishes that no one's sending get over to Stallion, and he'll get to enjoy those.
Yeah, and just let you know, Stallion did appreciate the card with the drawing of the horse.
What, Danny sent a card?
He did. It was very nice. I mean, he could have sent the one he did in first grade because it kind of looked the same, but...
Well, oh, God. Did you send a card, Chris Blackheart?
No.
No. I was going to send a barrel of hay, so...
No.
I think Chris has got some delusions over there, being sick.
Yeah, speaking of delusions and happenings that we touched based on... I don't remember if we did touch base on Franklin or not.
No, I don't think we did.
Did we touch base on Franklin and that show?
We did that last week, didn't we?
Did we, Danny?
I think you went over the results of
Oh yeah,
we went over the results.
Because you sent me the card. Yeah, we went over the results of Franklin. Yep.
So we did. So for those that are listening now and probably didn't, if they missed it last week and they didn't hear it, we did have a visit from the commissioner of Showcase Pro Wrestling, John Cena Sr., and he did made it official that this year's Marchiversary, for the first time ever, one champion, two titles, same night. Rambo Godfrey will have to defend both his titles on the same night at Marchiversary 18. Chris Blackheart, are you happy about this?
Well, I'm not happy, but I told Rambo you can't keep asking what you're asking because you're gonna get in trouble.
What?
And unfortunately, his mouth got him in trouble. Again, I was voted, 2-1 on this one, but even though I voted for Rambo not to do it, unfortunately, it makes sense.
Well, he has to do now. The matches have already been. There's open contracts on both matches, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So he's in for it now. There's no turning back. So That's a lot more than just the belts on the line. I mean, he could lose his streak if he loses any of these belts.
Well, and I think that's the problem. His ego, is quite high, and rightfully so, due to his ability. 2 titles, the losing streak that he's never had. So I'm like, Rambo, stay humble. No, he has to go out there and start challenging everybody. No, go underneath the radar. We would have been fine. I mean, he would have been fine.
Well, I mean, we would have been fine because
he would have been
personal
fine.
advisor now. Or
no.
Advising all these guys now.
I do try to give words of wisdom to multiple people if they're open to listen.
Especially ones wearing stupid headgear.
No. That is hair protection.
Oh.
We
should start wearing some hair protection, Danny.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe if you ask him, he can have a recommendation.
Yeah, we should definitely take care of our lovely locks. That could help out.
Yeah. Wear some steel helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And Rambo, man. Yeah, you walking the tightrope, brother. I mean, like, you want to stay undefeated. I would just say, you know what? The thing is, why would you want to be the Sons of Liberty champion? You got the the SPW heavyweight championship. That's the title of the business here. So if I was you in your place, I'd be like, you know what, I've done my part. Hand over that Sons of Liberty championship. This way, that gets it off your mind, and you can successfully defend your championship. You know what I mean? But
I don't think he could. I don't think he could turn the Sons of Liberty championship in. When the decision was made, for him to have both belts, he knew what he was getting himself into.
That's true.
And the Sons of Liberty championship being that workhorse title, kind of like what the Intercontinental Championship was in WWF back in the day. I mean, it is one of the prestigious championships in Showcase. So I just think that his ego wasn't gonna let him relinquish a title that he won, that he earned. So now he's gotta prove himself, and he's gonna have to prove himself in one night. And it's easier said than done because it's gonna be it's gonna be a pack house, the biggest show of the company, the biggest show of the year, and he just doesn't know who can show up to this deal. So he's got some big homework to do some studying of his strategy.
Yeah, and this will be my third March anniversary, man. In that gauntlet, man. And last year I spent like an hour in the ring. But yeah, this year I'm gunning up. I'm gearing up, man. And I'm going to go all out, man. And I'm going to try to win this gauntlet. And yeah, Rambo, you'll be on my target list. That's for sure. And because it's just an honor as a wrestler for Showcase Pro Wrestling to be part of that show, because it's our WrestleMania. You know what I mean? It's our grand stage of them all, and it's an honor to be part of that. And I haven't had a title shot yet, and Showcase Pro Wrestling is a singles title, but to earn a title shot, winning that gauntlet, I mean, that's like a dream come true in the independent sports here, where we do here. So, and I've been training my ass off for that, and I hope and pray that I can pull this off, and hope and pray I could pull off the big upset against John Rambo. Yeah, Rambo himself, man, and because he's a great champion.
Danny, again, this we got to talk to Danny before we go on the air here every week, because now if you do win the gauntlet, you just told him you're going to cash in. You just gave out your strategy.
Well, I mean, like, it's obvious anyway. You know what I mean? Because he's got both belts, so it's obviously.
Chris Blackheart, are you talking to Daniel?
No, I think he's getting sick again.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny, when is your now that we're talking about the big shows and things happening, when is your big trip over to where is it, Indiana, that you're going?
Yeah, the Indiana State Fair. It's supposed to be in June, I believe. I'm supposed to take a trip out there again.
Oh, so this will be past March anniversary and all that good stuff. So we'll stay tuned to see if Danny's going to take a plane, a train.
Yep, no trains this year. It's a plane.
I think we should do a video blog on the whole weekend, Dan.
Yeah.
every 5 hours you can give us a live
Well,
update.
he's taking a plane now, Chris Blackheart.
Yeah.
He's not.
Well, he thinks he's taking a plane. It could be a crop duster.
Did they tell you what kind of plane you were going to nah, Danny?
Hopefully, an airline plane that some little.
Okay, all right. Yep.
Yeah, I'm
make
looking
that
forward to that.
clear.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, because last time that was a journey, man.
20-something hours on the damn train there.
Wow, shit, man! I go nuts 2 hours on a plane. Imagine 27 hours on a train, man.
Nope, that ain't going.
So, Chris Blackheart. By the way, I went around one of your favorite places this past week.
I hope not.
I said hellos to a dude with some big ears and a tail. Reminds me of a mouse. He says he'll be waiting for you, Catherine, and the kid.
Well, he'd be waiting for it. I have a nice trap for him.
Chris Blackheart, why do you hate Disney so much?
Right. I've told this story because I love the capitalism.
Well,
I hate the lines.
Well, I mean, you could sit your ass down while all the people stand. I mean, it's
and the rides again. I timed them when I was there. It was 1 minute and 28 seconds for the average ride.
No.
Except Avatar, that I waited 5.5 hours.
See, Chris Blackheart, there's this thing now called a book bag stool. So it's like a book bag you put on, and it turns into a stool.
No.
So you bring that over, you just sit on it, while the other idiots stand around.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
You'll probably be the most hated guy in the line, but
Well, no, I won't be because I won't be in line.
Danny, are you a Disney fanatic? Or?
No, not anymore, man.
You've been on the Chris Blackheart bandwagon for a while?
Yeah, I mean, just like the point when you get a speed pass or a fast pass, whatever, but you still got to wait an hour and a half in line. And when you're in these lines, there's a sign right there that says 3-hour wait or whatever the case. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, well, they tell you they have the time like right before you go into the line. It's like 90 minutes or 104. They put it in minutes, so it helps the pain better, I guess. So you have to figure it out. Okay, how much is 140 minutes or 240 minutes? Or...
Well, maybe that's the problem. That people can't figure out the math.
Yeah.
So,
over 2 hours.
So, I
like
guess
Universal.
it's a strategy. Yeah, Universal's pretty good. I enjoy Universal.
So I think we should have a podcast. Bring in Sean Candido.
Yeah.
We can talk about all of the great things about Disney. I'll take that Thursday off.
That'll be great.
Yeah. He'll tell you all the good things about Disney so I don't have to go.
Well, that right there will get the people more intrigued, and they want to see Chris Blackheart go down there and blog the whole experience.
Yeah. Thanks for starting that on social media, by the way.
Well, great. Yeah, that's people want you to go down there.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been starting a lot of stuff, kind of like your return match against Roger Williams.
Oh yeah, thank you.
So this could be another one of those things. It could be Blackheart back at Disney, and his match against Roger Williams.
Well, maybe we should talk to the committee.
My poison, which one I want to do in 2026.
Well,
talk to the committee.
Would you rather go to? Okay, hold on, Danny. Would you rather wrestle Roger Williams or go back to Disney?
I'm doing Roger Williams all the time.
Okay, all right.
I'll wrestle him twice.
Oh,
wow. You must really hate Disney.
Yeah.
What do you got, Danny?
Well, Aiden Carroll in the chat room said he wants to see Chris Blackheart in the gauntlet.
Chris Blackheart was in the gauntlet a couple years ago. So Aiden Carroll wants Blackheart in the gauntlet so he could chop the shit out of him. Is that what it is?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Or join
Chris
the committee,
Blackheart, Chris Blackheart, do you think you can make that possible for good old Aiden?
Well, this is not Make a Wish tonight, so.
Well, I mean.
So I appreciate his thought, but he can keep on thinking right now.
Okay.
So I will not be answering that due to the current condition that I'm in.
Okay. So for right now, he's safe.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That might not be the same story come a couple weeks from now. So,
Yes. When this like 10-day fluke finally breaks.
well, Chris Blacker's gonna have to take a COVID test before he goes in the building on Saturday.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yep, I'm gonna have the test at the door.
So you're lucky he didn't go down there tonight.
I know, huh? Because I'd be getting sick again. I was sick all week.
Because I asked him, we talked earlier today, and I'm like, Blackheart, you sound kind of sick. He was like, yeah, just a little bit. I'm like, a little bit? You sound like you're dying over there.
Yeah.
So, it's a good thing that he's on location from his house, not giving you the cooties, Danny.
Yeah, I don't have to break out the Lysol.
Yeah. Well, it's been a quiet week for wrestling. I mean, not a lot of drama happening in these neck of the woods that I know about.
Oh, another thing people were asking about is Brother Raven Moon, his post he put on Facebook.
Brother Moon Revan, his post that he puts on Facebook.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
What post is that?
Oh, something like his farewell or something. Hang on a second.
Well, I know. He had that ordeal with Jay Evans, and he kind of went under, and I don't know what Annabelle might have done, but we did see him one more time in action against Rambo Godfrey, and Rambo put him out. So that could have been it. I mean, Rambo's on a roll. He took him out. So I don't know. What can that mean? Who had that question, Daniel?
Hang on a second. This I think it's Cody Bernard.
Oh, is that one of his brother Moons that is asking that? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to find out.
I'm sure he could reach out in social media and ask the brother Moons if they're alive and well. Chris Blackheart, are you alive and well over there? Or?
Yeah, I'm coasted right now.
Oh, okay, all right. Any other comments, questions on the chat tonight?
Aiden says Flip Flop wants another day to live, and Flip Flop says hi.
He wants another day to live.
Yeah.
I'll tell him up tomorrow then.
If it makes him feel any better, I know a guy that is definitely going to be in the gauntlet for the gold this year. And somebody that I know very, very well, and it's somebody that enjoys his chops. This guy's going to be hitting the wall for the next 2 weeks. So get that hand nice and stiff for those little bird chests that are going to be in the gauntlet. Are you there, Danny?
Yep.
Okay, I can see. I'm looking at the screen.
Oh, it's a post, I guess, from the 25th of January. Brother Ray Moon put out, Swan song has officially been sung. Goodbye to you all. So they're asking if that's his farewell. Is he leaving or retiring? What's going on?
I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what happened with Annabelle and all that situation there. But what I can say, he's gone from Showcase at the time being MIA. We don't know anything about it.
Yeah, we may have to check Butler and some of the local medical facilities.
Might have to check. Yep, there he pulled that up on the screen there. Oh, look who liked his post, Chris Black. They might be both riding into the sunset together.
Who's that?
Look who liked his post.
Yeah, I can't say anything.
The Blake Stallion.
Oh, Blake Stallion.
I guess his fingers still work.
Oh.
That's a good sign. Excellent sign there. his fingers could still give little hearts on Instagram, so we might have to set up a match again against Roger Williams, a return match. What do we got? Anything else, Danny?
Oh, that's about it, I guess.
All right, let's do a wrap up.
So, this Saturday night we'll be back in action. Like I said, Showcase Saturday night at the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center and Arena, 126 Main Street in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. That's a 7:07 p.m. bell time. Get your tickets, showcaseprowrestling.com, for that event that brings us further down the line in the road to March anniversary. The U2 World Championship will be on the line as Jay Evans makes a typical open challenge. This open challenge has been going on for a little while now here from different individuals. And your favorite tag team there, D-Rex and Rocky, 17 Jump Street, will take on the tag team champions of Higher Education, Chris Pratt and the Damien. That's this Saturday night in Woonsocket. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and help us greatly on bringing more content and getting things situated. I got the kid here throwing balloons behind me. So, yeah, it helps us greatly to grow the channel and to bring more content. All right, now we got the dog and the kid and all that. We're live, so it happens. Yeah, give us a like, leave us a comment. Chris Blackheart, hopefully you'll be good to go Saturday.
We're all hoping.
You'll be out and about. Danny, stay away from telling people your plans. We already know if Danny wins, he's coming after Rambo for the title. So that's breaking news here today on the pod. But for this week, that's all we got. And for Danny Redondi, for Chris Blackheart, and Don Vega, we will see you right back here next week in the Showcase pod.